Turn around, go right back home. You don't want to? Fine. We win. Turn around, go right back home. You don't want to? Fine. We win. At this point, fuck it. You're gonna play till you lose. You lost. You still have 2 of the 3 units. You were never higher than 3 units. I'm gonna risk both units. You lost them both. Now you're missing $5. Do you see why you get kept in the hole? Because you're never even happy, even if you get 3 units. How about how great getting those 3 units would be that quickly? Rules can be broken. If you get the 5 direct chop, it doesn't mean it's gonna stay. But we'll see anyway. I bet that it won't go past 3 banker. Or even get to 3 banker even. Neutral tie. There you go, you're back to 2 units. Highest moment is 3 units. And it's very early in the show. We're gonna bet that it's never gonna go 3 bank. We win. We're back to 3 units. We burn a hand. We bet the bank's never gonna go to 3. Last try. Holy cow, it's a tie. See what I mean about ties? They almost beg you to leave. Well, that variable's gone, right? What really happened here? You won on the chop, you didn't leave. You won on the bank not coming down. You got it all back, you didn't leave. You're still up a unit. You run it out there and get zeroed out again. So, highest moment was 3. It's never gone 5. You lost that too. You got the bread special. You win. You wait. Hoping you can get 3 again somehow, some way, right? You go for it here. You put 2 out there. You lose. It's a chop. Player's now a weak side. You put 1 out there. You win. It's now 4 direct. You put 1 out there. You lose. Put 2 out there. You get a 9. You're back to even. You burn a hand. You now bet 2 on bank. You lose. You do it again. No. Game over. You're down 2 units. Never win 3 in the second. We'll do that. Against it. You're right. You bet it again for the dominancy. You lose. It's a chop. You burn one hand. It's another bank. Bet for the chop. You lose that too. You're down 4 units. Your highest moment was 3. You achieved that twice. And despite everything you do to try to fix it, you've never eclipsed 3. You would do anything to have those 3 back now. And to do that now, you would need 7. Do you understand why getting out as quickly as possible is paramount? Look at this shoe. You don't even know what to do with it anymore. So you wait. And you wait. And you hope that Brad wins. He did. This time, twice. But you have to be selective now where you try to go for more than 1 unit. Never win past 3 player. Test fire. You win. You wait. Nope. You bet that it won't conjoin again. You bet the player. You tied. You lose. Second turn play. But you're scared to try because of what just happened. Burning a hand. Petting the job. Mitigated power. Burning for the chop. Still got a bird. It was a tie. Okay. 1 unit. And just like that, we're 1 unit away from being even minus commission. Burning a hand. We're going to do 2 units. And then we'll go back to flat betting 1. This would be a great win here. It just needs to stay choppy. We got a 0. We still continue to struggle. We hate our life. We hate our life because we're that close to feeling the sun shine on us again. It's a 3rd instance of 5. We can't do more than 1. And now, do 2. On banker, though. Misery. We're down 6 units again. We must wait. We bet half of what we're down. We hope to get some momentum on the fucking dominancy. Nothing ended up working. No matter how you try to fix it, you'll never be happy unless you get back to your highest moment, will you? You have to burn for the chop. We're down 9 units. Fucking 9. This bet calls for the chop. 9's not an easy fix. I don't want to bet more than 3. 3's hard to do, and every time you miss one of these, you're further back. And if you win, it just enables you. But it calls for that bet. So what, it won. I'm not impressed either. Now I wait. I'm overly negative to make a point about how ridiculous this is when we were already up 3 twice in one shoe and we're still down, well, 6 and $50. So, this parlay started with 3. Now we have 6. We pull one off, that leaves us with 5, making this effectively a 2-unit micro session. I still don't want to lose, because it'll put me back more than 10 units. But if I win, here's the thing, it doesn't have to. And the chop bet normally calls for 2 hands. I couldn't bet 500 twice. It's what makes it so difficult. I won't. I'll save the big bet for the second effort. I would have tied. I would have won. I would have won 500. I would have. So what we're going to do is we're going to parlay the immediate chops direct without reducing, at least for 2 in a row. And then if it ever loses, we'll throw the nuclear weapon out there. If this stays choppy, we're never going to lose. Plenty of hands left to get that done if that is the case. If it goes down 3, the shoe's basically over. We get a natural. Should have won, but it tied. Lost. Nuclear weapon comes out. Even lost after a natural tie. Now we find out if we die. We're dead. So, you see why chasing doesn't work? You had 1 unit, and then you had 2, and then you had 3. 3 units a day is enough to get it done. We gave the 3 units back. Then we got them back, and we still won 3. Did the unthinkably good in the face of great evil. And we still not happy, not enough humility, stay in the fight. Then we start chasing. Then we try to fix it, and almost do several times, get back close to even. But we can't help the fact knowing we were up 3 units, so we stay in the shoe. Okay? Understand getting out with the units is paramount to everything else that may or may not have happened. You can't go back and look at it later. See, if I wasn't a pussy and I stayed in there, I would have got a lot more. You gotta be happy with what's good enough. And understand, if you're able to accomplish that every day, what that really is. And how about if you were never up 3 in the first place? You manage to get a shoe like that back to even, or even 1 away from even, after being down. That would be pretty good, just biding your time 1 unit at a time. You start to do this stuff into 2 units and then 3 units, and God forbid, this. God bless you. We'll see if it goes 5 here. Nope. You see what I mean, though? Look at all the players you missed out on chopping. Ever since the long bank happened, player only went 3 twice. If you would have just elected from that point, and it's easy to say no. But let's call each of those player chops a 1-2 effort. Well, first of all, the 2 that went 3 would have cost you 3 apiece, so that would have cost you 6 units. That's a lot, by the way. But all these other ones that only went 1 or 2, each gave you 1 of the good. So ever since that first run of bank, you had 6 losses in the runs of 3. And you're not betting after a win on bank, you're just waiting for the chop. So you can bet on bank, and you would have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units minus the 6 that you lost. You still would have had 5 to the good. And if you wanted to be greedy one more time, you could put that 500 right here. And say if it lost, it was just a push for the whole shoe. Full well knowing you were up an entire 5 units at this point. If that's what you were waiting to find out was the strong side, and just continue to bet against the weak side the rest of the shoe. Here's the results. Okay. Jesus, what do you do now? That's God tapping you on the shoulder saying, you're a greedy motherfucker. What are you doing? You just got away from this. The thing is, anything else but a queen or a 10 or a face card in general, you win that hand. I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. So many variables that would allow you to cash out, and they give you 3 fucking 10s. 0 cards, right? Like, okay, you won. But I'm not even talking about the total. I'm just saying, like, when things start to go backwards, take a step back and see what's really happening. Especially if nothing was running and all of a sudden something does. And it's not indicative that that's going to be the only side that does. But don't you see a lot of shoes where something decides its true dominancy and it stays that way? And then you hate yourself if you're betting against it. You feel stupid when the weak side never keeps coming out. Well, why would you? But I will say, you'd be hard-pressed to do that back here. Right? Say you started after this. And you were going to say, well, I don't think... And you went on the Brad Special on the player. But you said to yourself, I don't think player's going to keep going, though. I just think it's that moment. Well, fine. You would have won 2, but then you would have lost 3 on the 1-2 bet there for a net of -1. You would have got that -1 right back because it jumped the bank, so you'd be at 0. Then a player came out, you would have lost 3 more. You'd be like, well, shit. Would you even continue that fight to get a 1, a 2, a lose 1, win 2, get 3, 4, 5? Did I map that out wrong in my brain? I just want to recount this. So if you started from here, You'd win 1 on that chop. You'd win 2 there. You'd win another 1. You'd be at a total of 2 there. You'd lose 3 here. So you'd be down to -1. And then 0. And -3. I think I forgot it. I forgot to subtract the other ones. I think I was right in the first place. I had to be. Simple math. -2, -1, 0. And now these were all wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. You'd be at +5. If that's what you're waiting for. I just want you to look at things different. That's why I think I said on the one video, forget the fact that you were up 3 units twice before you give it all away, try to chase. But think about if something stops working. Maybe burn more than just one hand. See what's actually happening. You can't worry about not being involved if you're just trying to get a better view of what's actually happening. But you can't chase. And this whole thing isn't really necessary either. I don't care how much you've been winning. Know that you are. You don't have to get it all right now. There's a better shoe out there.